And you can see this here, and look at this here. You see this crumple? Woo! What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new episode from Backyard Boys. I am very pumped for this episode because we finally got some parts for the M6. If you guys are new to this channel, lightly tap the subscribe button. If you guys do enjoy my content, please smash that like button. It does help with the algorithm and helps promote these videos to YouTube, to you guys, so you guys can see them and help me create better content for you guys. In this episode, we are going to be working on the M6. We are waiting for RS5 parts, and it's just ridiculous with the RS5. I have no idea why the parts are taking so long. Literally, they're getting made. Like, when we order a part, it's getting made in Germany, and then by the time they finish making it, it's got to be shipped out. Like, they don't have anything in stock. It's been a hectic ride with that car, but I do want to finish that car for my YouTube subscribers, for myself, to have a little checkmark plaque in my head that I did such a mangled up car, and it's kind of a little achievement for myself. But anyways, right now we got some M6 parts, and we're gonna go ahead and start discovering what else is damaged in the front end. Hopefully nothing. Hopefully all the parts we got is enough to basically disassemble, replace the damaged parts, and reassemble. We did measure the frame rails off camera, but we could not get a perfect measurement due to the fact that there's a lot of plastics and stuff like that in the way. So we made a conclusion with our measurements that we did off camera. We made a conclusion that this frame extension is bent. That's the only thing that's bent. Right now in this episode, we're gonna tear everything apart. We're gonna have the frame rails revealed and those pieces revealed, and we can actually measure the frame rail itself, and hopefully it is not damaged. We do have radiators over here. We have that frame extension piece that is damaged, that is damaged, and that we think is the only problem to this front end. If you step back a little bit, you can see what I'm talking about. This right side of the frame rail, or this right side of this absorber, let me move this away. So you can see that the right side is a little bit twisted, and if I'm not mistaken, a little bit higher or lower actually. It's lower than that left side. So left side as in passenger side on the vehicle. So left side looking at it, right side on the vehicle. Anyways, long story short, we're hoping that's the only broken piece. Let's dive right into it, grab some tools, start disassembling this thing. I'm super pumped to get back to work and create more content for you guys. I do have a little build in mind. I'm not sure if I told you guys, but on my Instagram I did tell you guys that I bought myself a little Infinity Q60 right here. So this is a daily driver, but I am playing a vehicle that's coming up in a couple of days. I'm not sure when this video comes out, but I'm playing a vehicle in a couple of days, and if I do win that car, this car here will be for sale. So if anyone's interested, 2019 Q60 rebuild title, 30,000 miles. It's a nice little car, look at it. Anyways, let's get right into work. we were a little frustrated pulling apart this front assembly here. This radiator here, oil cooler, was giving us a hard time with this oil connection here. So we didn't really have time to time lapse, or we were just kind of frustrated. We just wanted to bust right through it. It was giving us a hard time, super hard to access. If you guys do remember the X5M assembly, the front end, this is literally the same thing, but disassembly. It's a nightmare. There's about 50 connections and there's 0 space in there. So it's really hard, but we're almost done now. We do have one more connection, I think, for the main radiator, and basically the rest of the stuff should come off. We do got to fix a couple of these aluminum parts here, unbend them a little bit, make them nice and neat. That way the front end reassembles properly. But let's go ahead, pull this all off completely, change this piece out, and inspect onto further damage. Let's do it. Woo! This radiator is good, and this radiator costs how much?
Like 7, 8 bills.
We heard that.
Look at that sucker.
Nice and thick, a little twisted, but guess what? We're gonna fix it right now. Ready? It's not gonna break it. I think it's halfway full. Oh, perfect. It's literally perfect.
Aluminum repairs.
Another piece we hope survived. All right, guys, so everything's off. This connects here, this connects there, this here, this there, this up here, this one here. Remember all that when we assemble this all? And it'll be much easier. I hate these front ends, so complicated. Well, here's the piece. We just removed it, and as you guys can see, this is the one that we bought on eBay. This is the used one we bought, and you can see this here, and look at this here. You see this crumple right there? It's really hard to kind of get on camera, but now that it's off the vehicle, you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. So push back, and if we line it up back here evenly, you can see how much shorter it is. We're installing the new one back in because that hit was really minor. There's no way that was actually going to bend the frame rail, but we will still measure right now, and we'll show you guys on video measuring the frame, making sure that's all straight. Very happy that this was really only the frame damage, I guess you can say, but that's not even considered a frame piece. It's a frame extension. So it has been a couple of days since that last scene, but we're here now, and this is the most annoying part, is assembling this whole entire carrier. So let's go ahead and basically get everything reorganized and assembled into one fat carrier. So basically, all of the radiators, they slide into this piece. Most of them. Yeah, most of them are actually assembled. No, all the radiators are actually assembled onto this piece, and then this piece later on clips into the body of the car, but it goes onto these brackets that look like this, which the brackets sit somehow here, or anyways, once we're on the car we'll figure it out, like this, and then this gets bolted onto the vehicle. So it's kind of like this whole system. So it's confusing, it's annoying, and it's really hard to get all the connections connected because there's literally no room back there. But we've done it on the X5M and we can repeat it on the M6. So let's get right into it. Doesn't look new. If someone can just sell this piece right here, like built, dude, it's the best thing in the world when you find a eBay deal like that. Sometimes you see like a front end. I don't know, a lot of people sell this complete, and even if you pay a little bit extra, it just saves you so much hassle. You know, you can just clip it onto your vehicle and forget about everything. But not in this case, we have to build it ourselves. But this one's not that complicated, we're almost done. We gotta change that side radiator there, and then unbend a couple of things to make sure that everything's flat, then remeasure the frame extension pieces, remeasure them, and then put everything together. So we don't have too much work left in order to get this vehicle up and running, but we still have some work to do. So let's get it. So we actually, one second, we thought that this top cover goes on after, right here. Because of the AC lines right here, it's gonna be kind of hard to connect them, but we just realized that that top cover goes under this fan shroud or the fan assembly, so we gotta put it on now. There you go. Now, if someone would sell this complete right here, muchaba, then would probably buy it and it'd be much easier, but pretty fun to build this one. It's actually kind of easy, very satisfying, like Legos. We are now ready to put this assembly on. As you guys see, here is the brackets that it actually sits on. So the slowest slide right over this, and then this actually clips in onto, I don't want that to fall, these pieces here. So we're gonna go ahead and get that up there. And then, fingers crossed, we get all these connections connected properly, everything routed out properly, the fan, you know, everything into its original spot. And we'll go from there. So I already went ahead and measured everything. As for the rebar, stuff like that, we're gonna do final and minor adjustments once everything's assembled. But for now, it's looking like it's level, it's looking like it's equal distance from the ground, from each other, from everything. So these are what I'm talking about here, these here. So let's get this thing up to the vehicle. take a look at this, guys. Everything's now assembled. Everything fit nice and neat. We went ahead and just hopped down to Target, local store by us, picked up some distilled water because the coolant we have here is concentrate. So this has to be diluted 50-50 ratio if I'm not mistaken. I'll go ahead and read back here what's popping. Anyways, we'll figure that out here in a little bit, but hoping that everything's connected. Because if it's not, then it's just gonna break our head and we're gonna have to reach down there and connect the connection that's not connected. But I think everything's connected. I've done this one too many times to make a mistake like that. But stuff still happens, so I can't say I'm perfect. Look at this. Everything's connected here. So we got two areas that have to be filled up with coolant. This one here, if I'm not mistaken, cools off the ECU and turbos. I think so. Don't fact check me, but I remember researching it a while ago on the X5M. And this one here is the one that cools off the motor. So very crucial to have both these topped off. So let's get right into it, start up the car, start topping this thing off, start bleeding the system. Actually, I think this thing bleeds by itself. As long as we got the coolant topped off and nothing is leaking out, we should be golden. Hello? There's not enough in here. Success, success, success. Basically, got the coolant in there, got everything in there. We actually moved the car back a little bit just to see if anything leaks. This is the old coolant, old whatever. Seems like we're solid, no leaking, topped off everything. Car's been running for what, 15 minutes it ran for. Fan turned on, everything is phenomenal. Battery is completely shot. As soon as we kill the car, literally no power again. So tomorrow we're gonna get a new battery for the vehicle. And then right now, what else we gotta do is the seat right here, since it's completely torn apart. As you guys can see, it's completely torn apart. We just kind of slapped it in there. If you guys don't remember the previous episode, we tore apart the seat because I had a blown seat belt, which was locked up, but we sent it off to LND Solutions, and shout out to LND. Once again, those guys are amazing. They come through with any of your interior work, upholstery, airbags, SRS, just hit them up, and I will leave their link down below alongside with their Instagram channel or YouTube channel and Instagram. So let's go ahead and get that seat belt in there. Basically complete the interior besides one knee airbag, which we'll toss in sometime later. It's just 4 bolts, it's super easy, but let's get right into it. So it's the next day here. We actually just got a new battery for the vehicle because the old one was completely shot. We are waiting for this piece here. I don't know why we didn't order it. Maybe we did order it, but it hasn't came yet. But anyways, the whole radiator assembly, all that stuff is done. As I explained earlier, I want to show you guys how this beast starts up. Show you guys some exhaust sounds too. Like 3. Anyways, we don't want to rev it too much right now or do anything. We are waiting for some wheels. We did order some wheels. On the other side, come over here. On this side here, we have a size 19 and we can't even put the brake caliper on because it's not going to fit. So we ordered some 20s and that's going to match up perfect with this setup. It's gonna be a really nice clean setup. You guys will see once the wheels come. So I'm very excited to get that done. But as for this episode, we're basically done. In the next episode, I think we're gonna start piecing together the front end, change that door, but in order to do all that, we gotta cut everything in red. Make sure we're not pulling off the fender 100 times, you know. So that's gonna be the next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. With all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in to the very end. If you guys are new to this channel, lightly tap the subscribe button down below. If you guys enjoy the content, smash that like button. For now, peace out.